I've been interested in comics since before I could read, which is great because you can always look at the pictures. I got hooked on Marvel comics when I was about 8 years old. We were on a camping trip and went to get some groceries at the little country store, and they had Marvel Tales #1, which reprinted a whole bunch of Marvel stories, and been hooked ever since then. I've started collecting when I was 11, and I'm 62 now, so I've been collecting for 51 years, and still love them just as much today as I did when I was 11 years old. Well, right now, there's a bunch of really good ones. I love The Flash. I love the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. There's the Arrow's good. Gotham is probably my favorite though. It's really dark, but I still like it a lot because it's Gotham and it should be dark. I don't know if there is a worst one right now. There's a lot of good ones, and there's some that people don't realize are based on comic books, like iZombie is a comic, and there's one called Lucifer just started now that's based on a comic book, and Walking Dead, that was a comic. So there's a lot of really good ones out there. I don't know if there's one there's a few that I don't particularly care for. Arrow is so grim and dark that it could be a little more cheerful, I think. But it's still a decent story too. So yeah, I like them all just pretty much. Well, I am proud of being here for 31 years. That's a long time for any kind of store to be in business, especially a comic book store in a small town like Bristol. We've been through the good times and the bad times, and we've already stuck with it. We're one of the oldest stores in this part of the country, oldest comic book stores in this part of the country. So I think that's something that I am proud of. I'm proud of running the comic book convention, the RobCon, this will be our 30th year this summer, and it just keeps getting bigger and better, and I like to bring something to Bristol that people wouldn't get to see unless they went to a big town, Atlanta or Charlotte or someplace. So we bring we have our own comic book convention. That's a huge part of being running the comic book store here, is that I've got people that started coming in the first couple of weeks that we opened up back in 1984. They're still here. I've got guys that have grandkids now that come in that, they were dating when they started, when we opened up. You see families, and they're not just customers, they really are friends, and you see so many of them, and some of them come in 10 years later and they can't believe I still remember their names, and what comic books they liked back then, those days. But I just have that sort of memory that I can, a lot of times maybe I don't remember their name, but I do remember what they collected. So yeah, that's a part of it, and I wouldn't be as interested in running the place if I didn't have all these people I know and come in and we can talk comics and who's our favorites and what tell each other stories about our collecting the adventures. It makes it fun every day, and it makes it different every day, and I still enjoy getting up in the morning and coming to work. It's not a job as much as it is just a lifestyle maybe. Okay, one of the other things I like about being here, it's my business. I can bring my dog to work, and I've been bringing Sally here for she's laying here in the sun. I've had her for 7 years. And before that, I had another little black greyhound named Zoe, and they're a part of the store, and people love them. And she's the greeter. She comes over and says hello to people, and she loves little kids, absolutely loves little kids. And I got into rescue greyhounds, and next thing I know, I'm doing, I do a thing, a lot of people do it. We transfer dogs from high kill shelters to places where they've got homes, or at least where it's no kill shelters or foster homes. And I've been doing that for quite some time. Usually I pick them up in Kingsport or somewhere like that, it was Kingsport or Bristol, and take them up to Wistful or Roanoke, and drop them off to the next person. And they wind up in New York or Vermont or places like that where they have really strict spay and neuter laws, and we don't have any down here in Tennessee. So there's a lot more dogs that need homes. It's very easy to find rescue groups online, and I'm in about 3 different groups, and they just send out emails and let you know that they're doing a rescue run that weekend. It's usually a Saturday or a Sunday, and you volunteer for it. It's very low pressure. They don't try to make you feel bad if you don't do it, but yeah, just go online and look for animal rescue groups, and that's how I found it. I started with one in Atlanta that rescued golden retrievers, and the next thing I know, we're doing all kinds of different dogs. But there's dogs and there's cats, and they're all worthwhile. They're all good people. Everybody I've dealt with has been good people, so I would highly recommend it if it's something you want to get into.